Hi, so my name is Brian Adams, and this video that I'll be doing now will be video number 3, where I'm required to conduct the following movement analysis for different exercises. So the first exercise that I'm going to demonstrate is the back squat. So we're using a stationary machine, so it's a little bit safer than using free weights for this one. So what I want to do first, I don't have any weight on it, so it'll be quite light, but I'll just basically take it off the bar just by rolling the bar forward, and I'll place it back onto my traps, so on those muscles, with my toes pointed out slightly, my chest up straight, and my hands just supporting underneath the bar. Alright, my shoulders push up, so my shoulders are taken away, my traps are taken away. So on the way down, I'll bend my knees, keeping my chest up and my back straight, and pushing on the way back up, really pushing through my heels, and I'll be using my glutes and my hamstrings on the up phase of that. So really what I'm going to try to get into a 90-degree angle and pushing back up. To place the bar back into the rack, I simply just need to roll the bar forward and the rack takes the weight. So joint actions in squats on the concentric phase as I'm pushing back up. My knees are extending and my hips are extending as well. Those are the joints that I'm using in those. And the main muscles that I'm using are my hamstrings and my glutes. So the next exercise that I'll demonstrate will be chin-ups. So for the chin-ups, I'll just use the same rack, but I'll bring the weight bar all the way down to the ground. So for chin-ups, I'll start with my hands facing on the bar. It's usually generally probably a bit better to use a round bar, but for the sake of the equipment that we've got, I'll be using the rack. So for a chin-up, I'll be holding on from here, and I'll take a little hop off the ground to stand up, and I'll use my elbows to pull myself up to do a chin-up. And I want to make sure that as I do that I don't swing too much. The main joints being used for that one are my shoulder and my elbow. In the concentric phase, which is the up phase, my shoulder is in extension and my elbow will be in flexion. So the next exercise that I'll demonstrate will be the bench press. So for that one, I need to put the bar back on the rack. And I'll bring my weight bench over underneath the bar. Oops. Making sure the seat is flat as we do this. Alright, so for the bench press, I'll lie flat on my back. I want to make sure that I've got a nice tight grip on the bar. And same thing that I did before, I'll need to roll the bar back, take it off the rack, and I start with my elbows extended. And I just bring the bar down to about my chest height, our elbows at about 90 degrees, and then pushing it back up. And the joints that I'm using in that, again, just like the chin-up, are my elbow and my shoulder. Through this exercise, through the concentric phase, I'm using my elbows are extending and my shoulders are in flexion. And the muscles that I'm using for that one are my chest and my triceps. So the next exercise I'll demonstrate will be shoulder presses. So for those, I just need to raise the weight bench. The weight bench is sitting up. And I'll grab a couple dumbbells to be able to do this one. And take a seat so my chest is upright, my back is straight, my feet are planted flat on the floor. I'll bring the weight up so my elbows start at 90 degrees. And when I go to push the weight up, I'll extend my elbows and bring the weight together. And again, and I can turn my shoulders in if I want to get a bit more of a work. And those are so those are your shoulder presses. So through that exercise, the muscles that we're using are really maybe our traps and our delts, the concentric phase. And my shoulders are extending, and my shoulders are in flexion, and my elbows are extending through that exercise. The next exercise that I'll demonstrate with those same barbells will be, if I can just get the weight back a little bit, will be lunges. So for lunges, I'll just keep the weight just holding it in my hands, giving myself a little bit of extra work. So I'll take a big step forward and making sure that my knee doesn't really pass over my ankle. I want to try to keep my knee over my ankle and let my knee come push the ground and push off the ground, and then alternating legs as I do that. So in that exercise, the joints that I'm using are my hip and my knee, and I guess the ankle is engaged a little bit as well through that one. And the muscles that I'm engaging are really my quadriceps hamstrings and glutes. And then in doing that one through the concentric phase, my knee is in flexion, and my knee and my hip are both in flexion when I'm doing that one. There was one more exercise that we needed to demonstrate. Nope, I did that. That's it. All right, so what we'll do now is